Hi Lydmila, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your corrections. I'm so embarrassed that you had to type them again. I'm really sorry. I thought you might just be able to stick them into the essay, into the email or something, because I can't. Normally I can change a PDF into Word, but at the moment I can't. But thank you, really appreciate that. It just means I can scribble all over it because the PDFs I can't edit. This is a really tough bar chart. I've just been looking at it myself and thinking, my goodness, what would I write? I like how you've done your notes in there. It's not made easier by the colours, which are all very similar. That really doesn't help you. And there's not, I mean, there's some interesting things to say, obviously, which you've managed to find the right things to say, I think. The overall trends, I mean, I think that's worth commenting on. This one is in the lead all the way, peaking at his before slightly falling again. These ones stay a low level all the time. Now let's just go back into your answer. So it's very important that you are consistent on tenses. It is the past tense, so basically you should be using the past tense all the way through. Here you've got one present simple, there you've got a past continuous, which doesn't work. So the bar chart illustrates the proportion of 5 different car brands which were sold in the US from 2013, okay, to 2016. And well done, you've got car brands instead of automobiles. So good work on the paraphrasing there. Overall, it's clear that Daewoo showed the highest sales figures, while Ford consistently accounted for the lowest proportion. Excellent. Furthermore, a notable fluctuation in numbers of all cars sold can be seen over the period given. Absolutely perfect. Brilliant. So Daewoo started, okay, so started the period at about 98 cars sold, then fell. Now, so Daewoo's sales, because it's not actually the car itself, Daewoo's sales started at, then fell to about 90 over the next 2 years. I think you should put here before reaching, approximately, before peaking, sorry, approximately there, by forming a U shape. That was interesting. Okay, this sentence, I can't make out this sentence. I think that is probably the wrong word, but I can't quite work out what you want to say. So VW appeared as the second most popular brand among sales with sales, or where while sales, maybe. I'm just not quite sure. Maybe it's go while sales fell in 2018. The numbers showed 10 less than 216. Okay, so maybe that works if that's in the past tense. So again, watch out on the verb there. Likewise showed approximately the same number. Okay, fine. Do you mean likewise? Because is that the same as this? So I think if we can sort out that one, then this one would be okay as well. It could be that that word is not quite right either. But remember, the tense is very, very important. You must be consistent with the tenses. In terms of Toyota and Ford, I'm not worried about the shape. I'm more worried about the trend. We could use this word. The trend in sales were broadly similar. So rather than that, I'd go this. The trend in sales were broadly similar, as started with a difference of nearly 30. 30 in 2015 and 2000, or just go 2013 to 15, then suffered a sharp decline. You need a verb in there, suffered with a sharp decline, and almost closed the gap and remained the same throughout 2018. Okay, well done. You've done well on that. This is a nice paragraph here. There's some nice information you've chosen here. You've got some good vocabulary in there. The main thing is the tenses, okay? And some of these words like this, which I'm not quite sure what these are doing. Do you need them? Yeah? Maybe you don't even need them at all. I'm going to link you into a podcast which Ellen did, came out at the weekend, which is all about academic task one, and it's a really good podcast. Also on the website, there are lots and lots of model answers for questions, and I think you should study those, just to get an idea for just the kind of language, because you're doing so well, but I think that would just help you a little bit. Okay, this is a strange question, isn't it? Nowadays, the trend to adopt new clothing and hairstyles is becoming addictive. Adjective. Uh, among people of different age groups around the world. Okay. Okay, the trend to adopt new fashionable clothing and unusual, or maybe and up to date, or on trend hairstyles. So by putting in some adjectives, okay, I am expanding the essay, and I'm also showing vocabulary to the examiner. So the two nice skills I'm doing there. Okay, really important adjectives. Okay, so opinion. Yeah. Do you think? So don't forget that bit. Do you think is your opinion that must come in the intro and again in the conclusion. On one hand, famous people often present themselves, so famous people themselves, as a model in clothing. Or do you mean to model clothing? Maybe you mean as a model for them. We have to be as a model for the most recent in vogue, you could say, clothing and as a model for the most recent in vogue clothing and to show trending hairstyles, something like that. I mean, gosh, this is not perfect, but what I want to show you is that we really, really, really need these adjectives here, thereby influencing. They're not influenced by their fans. The fans are influenced by them, thereby influencing their fans. Yeah, influencing their fans. Colourful and attractive photos on pages of magazines of breathtaking entertainment TV shows with fame are publicly available ads for readers and viewers. Okay, so photos on pages of magazines or of breathtakingly entertaining TV shows with celebrities. I think you need to say celebrities. Oh, come on. Sorry. With celebrities are publicly available ads to readers and viewers. Okay, publicly available, tempting and appealing. I say advertisements actually there for readers and viewers. Good. For example, the estimated number of viewers who watch the Orphan Show every week in the US hits 55 million. Million. So, I don't know why that's there. So, carefully thought out commercial. So, a carefully thought out commercial may offer celebrity styles to fans who are reliant on these ideas to remain on trend, or who to be keen followers. Okay, right. So a carefully thought out commercial may offer celebrity stars to fans who are reliant on these ideas to be keen followers. Just so we talk about followers, okay, which is the idea of imitating. It's another factor that's facilitating such tendency. Good. Okay. Very nice. As far as I'm concerned, now careful here. You remember the template. Go back to the course that you did. Go back to the template. Make sure you're kind of following this, because we've lost this. We've lost the organisation here. I really need these paragraphs to work. I don't want your opinion here. I only want your opinion at the end here. Okay? Here, you need on the other hand. So now you need on the other hand. Yeah? Following the newest fashions, so that is not right in here. Of the newest fashions and hairstyles constantly, no comma, might adversely affect the mental and emotional health of young fashion and style watchers, we can call them, as well as negatively influence their financial situation. Yep, good point there. Okay, so just expanding the vocab all the time. Firstly, the imitation of someone else's taste does not allow the person to develop as an individual, independent, yes, thus or therefore reducing self-esteem and contributing to development of mental deviations. For example, mental deviations or instability. For instance, some fashion addictions or consumerism. Good. Secondly, the high cost of newest fashion or hairstyles. Now, the high costs are prohibitively high, so you don't want that. The high costs are frequently prohibitory. You could have it like that. Although often they are absolutely tasteless and not practical. Yeah, absolutely. For example, recent research showed that females under 30 were inclined to spend 40% of their monthly salaries on fast fashion fixes. Okay, so we need the example in here. Remember, go back to the template if you can't remember it, just to get this coherence, get the right order in here. Therefore, possessions, yeah, good. Exhaustion, just that you don't need S on there. Here we go. I believe that such practice following the should be discouraged. Absolutely. Such as well as find not distress. Good, strong conclusion. Well done in there. Just these two paragraphs, you've got some super ideas. Just make sure the coherence is in there, the order, and then that makes it easy to understand and makes the flow good. And remember, adjectives all the way, which help you develop the ideas and just expand it. Just show the examiner all this great vocabulary that I know you have. Okay, well done. This is good work there. And it's very difficult, two very difficult essays actually. You've done really well, Lydmila. Keep on going. Well done.